You can start the session, Dr. Mahesh.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. Welcome for the session. The topic is unlocking longevity, a journey to a healthier and longer life. And your longevity journey begins here. It's a masterclass by me, myself, Dr. Mahesh K, longevity and healthy lifestyle coach and pan-India national director. A few instructions quickly. Ensure good internet connectivity. Please avoid noisy background. Please maintain the dignity of the webinar. Please don't spam in the chat. And no drugs, prescriptions, or online medical consultations are given here. So coming to where I'm from. So I'm from Bangalore. So you people can share where you people are from.
I'm from Pune.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Santosh. Manju Deepa, you're from which place?
I'm from Bangalore, sir.
Okay, thank you. And Mahesh, I know he's also from Bangalore. Okay, so let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Mahesh. Professionally, I did my MBBS graduation from Devarajas Medical College, Kolar. I did my post graduation from Surat, and then I did my fellowship in critical care. And I have critical care experience of almost more than 15 years. So, and I was being a personality development and professional development coach for 5 years. So during my critical care experience, I've seen more than 50,000 deaths in the ICU. You know, as ICU is where all the critically ill patients, they come, they admit, and sometimes they die, and other times they recover and get on. So during this critical care, what I saw is most of the deaths is because of either because of the stroke, or it is because of the lungs failure or respiratory failure, or it's because of the heart failure, or it's because of the heart attack or cancer, or liver failure, or renal failure. So when you look at all the risk factors for all these conditions, it could be diabetes, hypertension, smoking, alcohol, and unhealthy food habits, and physical inactivity. So India has become the capital city in the world for the lifestyle disorders, as you all know. So what I planned is, let me, prevent the diseases, these lifestyle diseases for the people, so that if you create that awareness and educate them, so how to have their, healthy food habits, and they can prevent the diseases, lifestyle diseases, and they can still live long without diseases and medications. And I'm a pan India national ambassador. We are around 23 people. We It's a physician association for nutrition where we encourage people to have plant-based nutrition. So this is about me. And why I'm here is I'm on a mission to empower and enable 1 million human beings on their journey towards healthier and longer and fulfilling life. So, so first of all, I would like to acknowledge and thank you people for joining on the Sunday morning, because most of them on Sunday takes they take break. But in spite of all your schedules, you have made a mind to join the session. That shows your commitment towards the health. So you can just unmute yourself and you can share. So what you're expecting, or what is your intention, or how you're committed to attend the session. Yes, Mahesh, Manjudeepa, Santosh, please share.
I wanted to join your movement because my post graduation and PhD dissertation on aging. So
Okay.
I can contribute my Ayurvedic way of lifestyle. I want to join your movement.
Thank you.
So that is that.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Santosh. Dr. Abrar, please share. Dr. Mahesh. Manjudeepa, please unmute yourself and you can share. What made you to join this session? See, there are around 50 to 60 people are there in the group, and for only 4 to 5 people have joined this session. There is something unique about you people. So please share, why you joined, what made you to join the session. You can unmute yourself and you can speak.
I think she's not on her seat.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
busy with
Thank you.
something else. So yeah, you can
Okay.
go ahead.
So the intention behind the session is each of you will live the session knowing common misconceptions about aging and key components of the healthy lifestyle and its importance for longevity. So there are certain myths about the longevity. The first myth is health span and lifespan depends on genetics. So how many of you think that genetics play a very important role in the human being's health and the longevity? Can you unmute yourself and you can share?
Yes, theory of apoptosis say that genetics plays an important role in
Yeah.
aging.
Okay.
Uh,
And what is the percentage? Any you can take a guess. Play in
I
100%.
don't
How much?
even because my father adopted poor lifestyle, but still he lived very long because my grandmother and grandfather uh, have better longevity. That's why even after my father used to smoke and still he lived longer. So
Okay.
uh,
Great. Thank you. So the fact is, genetics play a very minimal role. So when you take it in 100%, 7% plays a role of genetics in any lifestyle disorders. Earlier, we used to think, 40 to 50%, it's all because of the genetics. We have diabetes, hypertension, thyroid disorders. But now the recent research in longevity medicine, they say it's only 7% plays a genetic role. And coming to the myth too, old generations used to live healthy, but now it's people think it's impossible. Do you agree with this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree with you.
Okay. So, but actually,
I'm
fact
not
is,
agree because
okay. Yeah,
I'm not
please.
agree because there are certain just plague and tuberculosis. So
Yeah.
people used to have longevity 57 years old in previous days, but now it has been increased little bit.
Yes.
So we don't have invention of antibiotics or any other. So that I'm not agree with this sentence.
Yeah.
I will agree with
Correct.
you, sir, because my grandparents, they are, even though they are 70, 80 years plus old, they used to go to farms with cows and cows, with cows and buffaloes. Still, they are very strong, sir. But in my generation, I have seen my friends who are just 28, 27 old, they are telling back pain, knee joint pain, laziness, all those things. And like posted to Narana Government, there I have seen these 35 plus year old people coming for aortic heart diseases like that, diabetes, early diagnosis diabetes and all.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So, actually, fact is, it is possible to live 100 plus years even now just by applying the longevity strategies. Only thing is, we don't know how to apply this longevity strategies and we don't know what are the strategies of longevity. As Mahesh shared, earlier people used to be very strong, even at the age of 80, 90 years, our ancestors. But nowadays, even in the very young age, people will feel very tired and very fatigued. So we're going to elaborate about it in the next few slides. And next, the third myth is aging is inevitable. So can you please share your thoughts about this? Can you do something about aging, or is it just inevitable? You agree with this?
Hello, sir. Hi, Dinesh here.
Yeah.
So aging is inevitable. It is 100%. I agree with the statement because I'm just 35 years old. By all my age, I've gotten fully. It has been gray color, and not only the hairs I'm talking about. Even the physical activities where we get involved. Uh, and we will be not be much just physically strong comparatively my parents or grandparents, whoever it is.
Okay.
So aging is really, it's a,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to share? The fact is, the recently World Health Organization has declared that aging is now viewed as a disease, and it is curable, and it should be treated. So you can actually delay the process of aging. Even some research says you can reverse the process of aging, and you can become still look more younger. So you can, it's a, you have all the principles and strategies how to delay your aging process. And coming to the introduction to the longevity, this is the agenda of the session. I'm going to share about the definition of the key components and what is health span and lifespan, and what are the factors that determines the longevity, and what are the recent advances in longevity. And coming to what is longevity, it is living a longer and healthier life. And longevity describes the ability to live a long life beyond the species specific average age at death. So, do you know what is the life expectancy in India approximately?
65 to 70.
Yes,
62.
yes. Yeah. So, somewhere around 65 to 70, 67 to 68. And in US, it's around again 70 to 75. And in China, it is around 80. And Japan, it's around 90 to 100. So it varies from country to country. And in India, the longevity life expectancy is more in Kerala state actually. Now, what are the top 10 causes of the death in the world today? One is heart disease, especially the myocardial infarction, ACS, and cardiac death, and the cancers, stroke, chronic lower respiratory tract diseases, and then road traffic accidents, diabetes, Alzheimer's and dementia, pneumonia, and chronic kidney disease, and sepsis. Sepsis is again one of the important factor for mortality and morbidity in the critical care aspect. And coming to the medicine has extended our life expectancy, as uh, some of the participants earlier was sharing. So because of the better sanitation and antibiotics dramatically decrease the mortality from the infectious diseases, and lowered mortality in childbirth and infant mortality, especially pre and postnatal care, because of the good maternal care, and even the drugs has made otherwise lethal diseases chronic in nature. So, and certain assisting devices which compensates for loss of physiological function. Our increased longevity often comes at a price. So chronic disease and disease syndromes, so it lowers the quality of life, cognitive dysfunction, memory loss, loss of physical activities daily, and chronic diseases. And most of the people, why they're scared to live long nowadays is one because of this poor quality, physical quality. Probably they were not able to move, they're not able to take care of themselves, or it's because of the diseases, or because of the dependency on the children, and sometimes because children they won't stay with them, or single parent, like husband not there or wife is not there. These are that they go into sort of a mental and psychological stress as the age progresses. And there are some three concepts, core concepts. So one is lifespan. This lifespan is extending individuals the life, that is the duration. And the second is expanding the health span. Health span is you living a longer life, expected more beyond the expected, the specific uh, species, but without diseases, and then without any medications. And third is now the research has so much progressed that we can control and reverse the hallmarks of the aging. There are certain hormones or chromosomes, or the scientific approaches, interventions where you can control the aging process. And what are the three factors which affect our longevity? Is one is genetics, and second is environmental, and third is lifestyle. The most important is nowadays is because of the lifestyle. Again, environmental, we can't do anything about it. and genetics plays very minimal role. As I said, only 7%. And the what is in our control is the lifestyle. So if we control the lifestyle, we can definitely live long with a healthy life and without any lifestyle disorders. And there are certain diagnostic tools. It helps in the aging process. You can do genetic screening and certain physiological measures, certain investigations like cardiorespiratory reserve. You can assess. You can look at their. It can correlate your the respiratory reserve, and then certain epigenetic clocks. Certain investigations are available here in India, and certain still it is upcoming. Longevity medicine is very progressive, and they're doing a lot of research in abroad. Still, India, it is not. It's in a very initial stage. And the very important research breakthrough, what they've done in the aging is you can change the rate of aging by certain interventions. And aging is the largest risk factor for non-communicable diseases. And the third is we have to reinvent the medicine, because most of the medicine, what we're doing now is the sick care. When the patient gets the disease, they come to the hospital, they come to the, we do investigations, and then we going to treat them. It is a sick care. And most of the times it is organ based. You have a heart problem, go to the cardiologist. You have a kidney problem, go to the nephrologist. We're not doing the holistic management, and it is a disease management. Only particular disease we go and we get the treatment. So rather than, we have to reinvent the medicine, especially the longevity medicine, and we have to do the genetic screening and pre investigations right from at the age of 30 itself, and we can prevent and screen all the diseases, and we can alter the lifestyles. And something called blue zone. The term blue zone was first coined by Dan Bueter, is a National Geographic explorer and fellow journalist, during an exploratory project he led in 2004. He identified the 5 original blue zones. Why it is called blue zone is it was marked with the blue ink, and the places in the world with the healthiest and longest living populations. These 5 places are: one is Okinawa province in Japan, and second is Sardinia in Italy, and third is in Costa Rica, it's called Nicoya, and in the Greece, Icaria, and California, Loma Linda. So these are the 5 places where they located worldwide geographically, and they started studying about this place. What is the environment? What is the geography? What is the genetics of the people? What they found out is almost 80 to 90%, everybody they live long. So almost 100 plus years. If you take a family in a Japan in Okinawa, so all of the family brothers sisters they live 100, 110, 120 like that, and Sardinia or Nicoya. So they started doing that. This team that they found, they did the research, and they found that all the blue zones area share in 9 specific health lifestyle habits that we call the Power Nine. And this Power Nine is: number one is move naturally. So what they found out is they walk a lot. So moving from house to house, or buying groceries, or going to the work, they use a lot of physical activity. So when we compare to them nowadays, we use a two-wheeler or cycle, or a two-wheeler or car, even for buying a milk or groceries. But earlier days we used to walk a lot. So one of the important key aspect is moving very naturally, and second is knowing your purpose. Most of the times we don't know why you're living, and that's why we don't want to live long. When we discover our purpose, when we discover why we are living, there is something called Japanese concept ikigai. Ikigai means the literally Japanese term reason for living. So if you discover your ikigai, if you discover your passion, or if you discover your mission, purpose, why you are living, what you want to do before you die, then every day will be, you can use it 100%. And third is downshift. They know how to handle the stress. Like Okinawa people, they they every day they remember their ancestors, and they send the appreciation and gratitude. And there are certain other ways of the methodology to reduce the stress. The stress is one of the key risk factors, but all these the blue zone areas, they found different ways of downshifting the stress. And the next is eat wisely. eating wisely, they found something called harabuchi concept. Harabuchi is a Japanese word. They say only 80% rule. The moment you feel your stomach is 80% full, you need to stop. But what we generally do, we keep eating, even more than 100%. Even when the food is very delicious or food nice, we eat it. But these people, they generally follow 80% rule. And next is plant slant. That is a plant-based diet. So they found out that they use a lot of tubes or sweet potatoes and plants, green leafy vegetables. The 80 to 90% they use a plant-based diet, and 10 to 20% about piscetarian, like fish or seafood, and very minimal they eat red meat. Coming to the wine at 5 or friends at 5, they meet at 5 o'clock with the regular very close friends. They spend time over the coffee or tea, and they discuss about some their problems or their challenges. They regularly do this on daily basis. And coming to the belonging, the family first. They give very first primary priority to the family. They spend time, a dedicated time, 1 to 2 hours or 3 hours. They don't make sure that they spend time like eating together with the family, spouse, and kids, or spending time having conversation, discussion. And next, belongingness, like having your own close friends, meeting, get together regular. They make sure, in spite of their busy schedule, they have this get together for the occasions, birthday celebrations, or anything. And right tribe, looking at the or matching or being with the right community, like a positive, empowering individuals, so that not being with the people who being gossiping or always complaining or negative people. So this is called the power nine concept.
Sir, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Can you just repeat the point of that wine at 5?
So wine at 5 is actually uh, at 5 o'clock. Why it's called wine at 5 is in Japanese they produce something tea with a plant based, and they regularly meet at the evening 5 o'clock. Or working professionals or their close friends. Imagine, for example, I go to the hospital 9 to 4, I work. So what we do generally after 4 o'clock, we punch and we go to home. Here, what they do is they take half an hour break or 45 minutes break. They meet 4 to 5 people together. They spend time, they discuss, they laugh, they chat, they drink tea or coffee, and then they disperse. So that whatever the stress they have, they just express themselves, they share among themselves. That could be laughter, joy, fun, anything. So that's about that. Is it clear?
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how can I help you? I'm going to share about what is the quality of the sleep, how to sleep, what are the patterns of the sleep, how to improve the sleep quality, what are the importance and benefits of the sleep, and second is exercise, and next about the diet and nutrition intervention. And health is not only the absence of disease. Even WHO the says it's not absence of disease or conformity. Health is your physical health, mental health, emotional health, social health, and psychological health, and even spiritual health. It's like a holistic health. Most of the times we forget about our emotional health and mental health. Many times we are not able to focus on that, and we don't know, are we really facing the problem. And sometimes we have that stigma to share our mental or emotional challenges with others. If it is really required, we need to reach out to the therapist. And next about the social connections. So coming to the sleep, healthy sleeping is a key to a longer life. Many people, they don't know this. So short sleep, short life. According to recently published research involving 1,72,000, around 300 adults, the men who get adequate sleep, they found that they live about 5 years longer than men who don't sleep. And for women, it's about 2 years. They live longer. And however, about a third of adults cut sleep short, raising their risk of heart attack, dementia, and diabetes, among other health conditions. So when you look at the professionals, working professional, any professional, doctor, engineers, or even homemakers, many times we don't focus on the quality of the sleep and quantity of the sleep. So many people, when I every day when I meet patients, they come to me, they are finding initiation of the sleeping. They wake up in the middle of the night, and they're not having at least 5 to 5 hours of sound sleep. So this is one of the major challenges what people are dealing with, and healthy sleeping is a key to a longer life. And what are the health issues lead from the sleeping abnormalities? First is belly fat accumulation. Many people, they don't know that the abdominal truncal obesity is because of the less sleep, and fluctuations or increase in hypertension, blood pressure, and diabetes mellitus, and even the brain function also declines. It could be cognitive function or lack of concentration, focus, memory. It also impacts because of the lack of sleep, and it decreases the immunity and increases even cancer molecules and heart disease and stroke. So they also include kidney disease, obesity, and type 2 diabetes, depression, anxiety, and all other mental health disorders. So sleep is very important. So if you maintain the proper schedule of the sleep, and definitely we can prevent a lot of these diseases, and you can have good health. And coming to the exercise, as you all know, exercise releases endorphins called happy hormones, and it strengthens bones to positive effects on the mood and helping to prevent the chronic illness such as diabetes and heart disease. This cardiorespiratory reserve is a measure of the how well your heart and lungs pump blood and oxygen throughout the blood during the prolonged bouts of exercise. The more you fit, higher your level of CRF. It's like a pulse oximeter. You get a device where you can check this uh, CRF, and more exercise, it helps your more CRF, and more CRF you can live long. So basically, you should make sure that every day you do physical exercise, at least do walking for 30 minutes to 45 minutes, at least 7,000 to 10,000 steps every day. And coming to the diet, so diet composition is vital for health and long life. So we say plant-based diet, whole food plant-based diet is very important. It helps you in longevity. So fiber-rich plant-based diet, especially green leafy vegetables and fresh fruits. So it's called rainbow diet. You can see in the picture there. When you take a plate, your plate should comprise of four, quadrants. One should be of play vegetables, and other second part should be about fruits, and third is about grains and starch, and last one is about your plant-based proteins. There could be cereals and pulses. So this is the balanced diet. So I recommend 80 to 90% of the plant-based diet and 10 to 20% of the dairy and protein-based animal-based proteins. So better to avoid sugars. It should be zero sugar, and then you can take adequate amount of the proteins, but avoid the animal-based proteins, and then trans fat and processed, ultra-processed food. Nowadays, even ICMR has come up. Even the bread, what we eat every day, that is also categorized as ultra-processed food. And you can have nuts, olive oil. So I recommend 2 to 3 meals per day. So one carbohydrates or starch, 1 or 2 meals, and other meals should be a lot of vegetable salads and fruits. And gradually, all of a sudden, it should not be done. Gradually, you have to do day by day. And light meal, better to have early meal by 6, maximum by 7, and dinner. And pescatarian diet is you can have a plant-based diet along with little seafoods. And coming to the healthy weight, determining one's healthy weight range is unique for each person. There are certain formulas like body mass index. You can calculate your weight in height in weight in kgs and height in centimeters. And you need to look at your what is your target range of body mass index. And if you maintain a healthy weight, you can live longer. So the especially the belly fat, truncal obesity itself is independent risk factors for many disorders, including heart disease and diabetes and hypertension. So many times uh, we miss, and sometimes we will be very thin. We'll be thinking that we are fit, but there's something called visceral fat. And if we do the assessment of the visceral fat, you'll come to know how much of the fat is there in your body. So it's always better to maintain healthy weight. And coming to the mental health is very crucial aspect of the overall health, affecting not only the emotional well-being but also the physical and longevity. So mental health includes emotional, psychological, and social well-being, and can impact how individual can feel, think, and behave. Mental health can affect an individual's ability to cope with stress, maintain relationships, make healthy choices, and lead a fulfilling life. WHO defines mental health as a state of well being in which an individual can realize their potential, cope with normal life stressors, work productively, and contribute to their community. So, so we have gone to the school, colleges, we have done education, but nobody taught us how to be happy and how to be peace and how to maintain the relationships. What we have learned from our parents, what we have learned from their environment, and that is what we have thought that is the true, and that is what the way they behaved, and we copied their behavior, and we are living our life. So somewhere we need to stop ourselves and look at why I'm becoming very angry, why I'm becoming very upset, why I'm being very anxious, why I have this kind of fears. When we start addressing each our negative emotions and feelings, and then we can transform that and we can live life very powerfully. And coming to the life purpose, or it is also called ikigai, it's very important to have our mission or purpose or ikigai in our life. Research shows that having a sense of meaning or purpose in daily life is associated with better sleep, healthier weight, higher physical activity levels, and lower inflammation. And in some people, it also promotes optimism. And most of the times, we wake up in the morning just because we have to wake up. Because if you don't wake up, there is a consequence. If you don't go to the job, we don't get the salary, and there'll be consequences of the boss or head of the department. So when we have the life purpose, we have to get up for the purpose every day when you get up in the morning. And if people are healthier at older ages, they can potentially contribute more to their family, community, and society as a whole. This translates to being stronger, more mobile to assist younger generations with childcare or other family activities, working beyond retirement age, volunteering for local causes, pursuing pleasurable hobbies, and engaging in community groups. When you look at in our Indians, when they reach 60 or when they get retired, they think is life is over, gone. So they just, read the newspapers or sitting in the park or, chatting with their own contemporaries and drinking coffee or gossiping. They spend their life like that. Rather than they're like that, we can do a lot of other activities, could be social activities or volunteering or taking care of the family or involving inside the family. Or when you look at other countries, Japan and all, they even at the age of 80, 90, they'll be keep working. So in reciprocation of all these activities, people reap a sense of meaning and purpose. So aging is a disease, and that disease is treatable, and it should be treated. This is said by Dr. David Sinclair. So he is actually a professor in Harvard Medical School. He is a genetics professor. He's done a lot of research of around 40 years around the genetics and genes and aging. And he has written many books also, Why Not to Die or Why Not to Age. So many books he has written about aging process. And he has done the studies on the research on the rats to find out that the genes level, how, what are the interventions if you do, how you can delay the process of aging. So how do you visualize your healthy and fulfilling life to be ideally? So can you just unmute yourself and you can share?
I wanted to speak not about this topic, but about David Sinclair. He released book Life Force, where he suggested some medicines also. So
Yeah,
that's Tony Robbins,
yeah.
nicotinamide,
Means
nicotin, uh,
metformin. Yeah,
metformin to maintain sugar level low, because sugar
yeah,
is the root cause of any
yeah,
metabolic problems. Nicotinamide Life Force. So he also suggested some injections regarding to reduce uh, anxiety or stress.
yeah.
So that's I want to. Actually, I didn't made any exercise. How do I visualize my healthy or fulfilling lifetime? So next time I will visualize,
Okay.
do some exercise, and will share.
Thank you. So now what it takes to live a healthy and longer life is, first, as you said, you need to acknowledge where you are. Okay. And then, so you can just share like income in terms of your sleep or food habits or exercising or social connections So how do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself? If you follow the same thing, do you think you can live a healthy and longer life, or what are the challenges you're going to see there at presently?
So the main challenges is that what the main point which you inputted in the PPT, which is known as what you call right, tradable, and belonging. And few points that the pyramid shape slide which you have shared, that is quite
Hmm.
very much useful. And most of the people are not following that pyramid structure in a lifestyle.
Correct.
It may
Correct.
be yeah, what do you call physical activities or any diet sheet, and we all have the knowledge of the diet sheet and all, but we don't tend to follow that diet sheets due to the
Correct.
circumstances of the lifestyle or the busy schedule, whatever it is. Because in the
Correct.
family, both husband and wife will be working, and they're not in the what do you call they don't have sufficient time to manage the diet plan or something like that. So I
Correct.
think this pyramid point is uh, purely to be followed exactly.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else?
Yes, yes. I want to share. Even though, even after doing doctoral or MD dissertation on aging, I can't follow that much because I'm overweight now. My
Okay.
ideal weight should be 74, but I'm
Okay.
89 now. And
Okay.
what is missing is family life, because early death of my mother and even father, because I'm led born child, and even after marriage I'm not getting that much family. So maybe I may be wrong, but what is missing is family life, that healthy lifestyle, eating with family and everything. What the ideal situation you mentioned. So another thing is sleep. Sleep is also what happened during my father's illness. Then after I started, because I am on 48-year-old, still on antihypertensive drug. Only
Okay.
one drug is there, but still, even after knowing the situations are not allowing me, so how to get rid of this trap? So can
Okay.
you share me this?
Sure. 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 So you're known hypertensive since how many years?
Since 5 years. Hmm.
5 years. Since 5 years, you're on medication. So
Hmm.
43
Yes,
age, you got hypertension. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
Fine. Okay. Great. Okay. Okay. Fine. So you're on single medication, and it's now controlled.
yes, sir, yes.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
The main cause is the weight and the stress level. And the sleep is
Okay.
the main root cause. During my father's illness, I couldn't sleep properly. That may be reason. My mother having hypertension, she died due to stroke. But as you're mentioning, only 7% have a genetic role. So
Correct.
in that case, it's my fault not getting sleep better, not maintaining ideal weight. So
So you
15
need to
kg.
identify what is the root cause or source of your stress. Is it because of the work related or because of the family or relationship? And
Uh,
then in the relationship, you need to look at where the spouse or children or the parents, where you have to go to the deep down, and then we need to address.
yes, yes. Even after identifying this root cause, what will
Hmm.
be the positive way to live this life? Even identifying the stress,
Okay.
uh, uh, how to combat it.
So anyway, that I'll coach in my program. So how to, accept all the things, the circumstance, whatever we have, and in spite of all those circumstances, how can live very powerfully rather than being victimized with the circumstances. Okay. Thank you for sharing. So
Sorry,
now,
sir. Sorry to interrupt again. I'm sorry, myself. Uh,
s-
if possible,
yeah,
as Sir told me, Sir was discussing of the main point.
yeah,
Uh, the main agenda of this hypertension.
yeah.
You please do a session on hypertension, how to control people. I mean, without using any tablets or any medications, how to
Sure, sure.
come out of hypertension. That's very hot topic, and I think we need a session on that, please.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for giving the feedback. So now you need to look at what is that you can create now. Okay. After looking at acknowledging where you are, what you are up to, what is missing, and what is that now you can create. So are you fully committed to live healthier, longer, and fulfilling lives? And just look at, are you coachable? If yes, then what are you going to gain from the program? One is adopting healthy lifestyle and holistic health knowledge. You will get to know what are the secrets of longevity, and your vitality will get improved, and you will master the longevity principles, acquiring a comprehensive understanding of longevity principles, creating a sustainable foundation for your well-being, and you'll get a clarity and independence. You'll gain the knowledge, clarity, self-sufficiency to navigate your own longevity journey independently, equipped with the tools and wisdom necessary to thrive. And you will unlock a new version of yourself, equipped with a boundless energy, motivation, and a collection of powerful tools and strategies for longevity, helping you achieve a longer and healthier life. Just look at, consider yourself that your overweight is not there, or your sleep is good, or you're adopting a healthy lifestyle, and then how your life would be. Just look at that, visualize yourself, and that is what is possible. So you will get weekly one group coaching session, weekly ones one-on-one question and answer session, and WhatsApp private chat support, and lifetime community membership. So the webinar offer is, you can book a strategy call to freeze the 20% discount offer. You can use the link to book a call, and then we can set up a call and get discover in the call, individually one-on-one. It could be diabetes, or it could be hypertension, you could be overweight, or family stress or work stress, and we can explore in detail. And my transformation journey, even almost I was overweight for almost 8 years. Only during my post graduation, before marriage, I was maintaining my healthy weight. So the moment I got married, I stopped doing dieting or exercise, everything. Then I was like, overweight. And then somewhere, as somebody was sharing, even I started my hypertension slightly bodily, especially diastolic blood pressure was slightly on the 90 and 100. And I took a physician consultation. They said, start doing a diet modification and exercise. Then I joined, martial arts, taekwondo. So I regularly, every day I used to do 1 to 1.5 hour of martial arts. And I started my diet modification, plant-based diet. I altered, making 80 to 80% of plant-based and 10 to 20% of the dairy products. Now I cut down completely the sugars. I don't eat anything sugar, and biscuits, bread, cake, pastry, chips, oil, everything I stopped. Okay. And mainly I'll be taking salads and fruits and vegetables, and some amount of um, carbohydrates. That's low carb diet. I take sometimes seafood. I reduced my weight up to 10 kgs, and then I became a state referee in Taekwondo, national referee in Taekwondo, and then I represented India in international championship. I got a gold medal. So my blood pressure has come under control, and my clothes, I changed my clothes. Uh, Now I'm wearing a well fit dress. So my vitality has been improved, my sleep has been improved. So, and as I'm working in critical care, I've seen a lot of healthcare professionals are being doctors. They themselves are not maintaining proper diet, or not focusing on the sleep, and not doing exercise. We know as a healthcare individuals or professionals, we have to follow all these things. But still, when we ourselves are not able to do it, and look at about others, non-healthcare professionals, there could be engineers, softwares, lawyers, homemakers, they find still more difficult challenges to adopt all this healthy lifestyle. So when I could see the transformation within myself, I made a determination. Let me take this to people who are struggling like me, to help them or coach them, so that they can have the best version of themselves, which they're not seeing. So that's what I that was my transformation journey. So thank you. So people now unmute, I can share. feedback, any doubts, question answers, you can ask.
Dr. Mahesh, you can stop sharing the screen so that you can see everyone.
Yeah. So any question and answers, any doubts?
So, what is the cost of that lifestyle coach?
So it's basically 1 month and 2 months and 3 months. We're just planning and work it out on the pricing. So it will be very affordable, not to worry much. So basically, we're focusing on how to, help the people. So rather than focusing on the pricing. Any questions, please? Thank you for asking.
For most of the times, what happens is we'll be planning a regular diet and we'll be thinking and making like we should take this food, this kind of foods. But most of the time, what happens if we go out, if I see some good food, tasty food, I will lose my control and I will eat like anything. And most of the time, if I'm post duty, normal duties, I will be okay, sir. But if it's post
Okay.
duty, it was busy duty, then I don't see the next day like I need to be in regular diet like that.
So
Again,
I got your question. So basically, it's a psychological, pattern. So it is not there from now. It would be there for childhood. Okay, this craving or binge eating. Even I had a lot of craving towards the sweet. Even I used to do the same thing. When you go to the function or anything, dessert I used to eat unlimited, especially when they prepare, hodige or obatto, paisa kheer at home. I used to drink and eat a lot. I couldn't control it. But then, why, if you do it for, 21 days or 2 months or 3 months, then there will be totally new circuits, neurological circuits in your brain, and that memory disappears. And now I myself, I can say I don't have that craving. Yesterday also we had Doctor's Day celebration from Indian Medical Association. So there was a lot of desserts. I didn't have, desserts. So now I have that control. I don't have that urge or I don't have that craving. That anyway, I'm going to coach you in my session how to overcome that, binge eating, or how to overcome that craving, how to control your feelings or emotions when you look at sweets. Okay. Thank you for asking.
The same way as Mahesh was telling, he is
Yeah.
quite addicted to the sweets. We are quite addicted to non-veg.
So of
We are
totally.
course,
quite fond of non-veg.
so even I even next to my hospital there is a small military hotel. It's called
Yes,
Non-Veg
yes. I
Hotel
know, I know.
Prashant.
Yes.
So every alternate day I used to go there to have my lunch. So I was like that. So again I could transform that. Now even yesterday I had been to, as I was telling, sharing. There is a lot of non-vegetarian item, that mutton biryani, chicken, everything was there. But I had fish, but now I have that control. That's what I'm going to coach in that session, how to overcome all this craving. That could be for sweets. Some people have craving for like mixture, chakli, nipattu, all those things. There's each individual have their own craving. So we need to look at what is the source of it, how we develop from the childhood. When you look at, for example, I love mixture a lot. I'll just share my example. So why I have that craving for mixture is when I was a small kid. So when my parents used to prepare the food, I used to ask them, can you prepare something along with this, or rice or ragi ball sambar. They never used to give extra thing to eat along with the rice sambar. So I always have that anger or irritation or frustration. They never used to get that mixture for childhood. So now at the adulthood, when I started earning, so every day, in the kitchen, I used to get, mixture, chips, everything, whole box. It should be always, in the storehouse like that. Then when I underwent this transformation journey, I discovered all these root causes, and then now there is no snacks or these chips and mixture at home, only fruits and vegetables. So it's a session. I'll teach you what is your individual problem, how you develop this beef or non-veg, and how to overcome this.
A small question again, I'm sorry.
It's all psychological. It's all psychological thing. It's all psychological, and we can break that pattern.
One small question, please.
Yeah.
And is consumption of alcohol is too bad or too good, or it is
So
what is it?
now, yeah, got that. So WHO has come with the new guidelines. No alcohol is good. No any percentage. So earlier, American Heart Association used to say one drink, per week, or this much grams of alcohol is safe. Now WHO clearly says there is no safe limit of alcohol. So WHO says quit smoking and quit alcohol. But again,
That is
American Heart Association says,
red wine resveratrol is used as
yeah, yeah.
antioxidants.
So
What is
that's
the
what AHS says. But WHO has come with the new guidelines. You can refer in the Google. They says there is nothing called safe limits of alcohol.
not even red wine?
No, that's what WHO says with the recent guidelines. But American Heart Association still says you can drink red wine, drink alcohol. They again they say two drinks for men and one drink for women. Every day you can drink. That's what AHS says. But WHO clearly says no safe limits of alcohol.
Dr. Mahesh, there's a question in the chat.
Okay,
It's
I
a
didn't see,
good
madam.
session. It's a good session, but what more can we expect when we join the classes?
Yeah. So what you more we can expect is there'll be handled, coaching session. So whatever the challenges you have, so I'll make sure that you will get the visible results. Whatever the challenges you people are facing, that could be, controlling the food habits or binge eating or sweets or not able to do exercise or not able to have healthy relationships, not able to have good sleep, or mm, you have some challenges to have social connection with your own parents or spouse or your friends. So all those things will be dealt in detail week on week, and you'll have visible results.
You can see the response on the chat, Dr. Mahesh.
Yeah, that's him.
Will you provide offline videos?
So right now, no, sir. I'm not providing any offline videos. So it will be online every weekend sessions. So probably later we may plan for offline videos. So any other questions? You can give the feedback. As this is my first webinar, I took such a long time. Actually, sorry for apologies for postponing. Many people, Dr. Abrar and Dr. Neeraj and Mahesh, many were asking when is your session. So very soon you can to set up a discovery call and you can join the course. So basically for 2 months and 3 months course. So course will be on the Sunday. So each session will be focusing in detail on the nutrition part, exercise part, sleep part, and then your emotional well-being. So what are your tantrums or challenges, like you being fearful or being apprehensive, being anxious, or you being frustrated, or some blaming things or complaining, or there'll be certain different emotional well-being challenges that will be dealt. And then I also help you to discover your ikigai or reason for living or purpose or mission. What you're doing, what is your profession, why you're doing that, what you want to do in your life. So that you can have your fulfilled life. and you'll get you can design your own plan, and after the session you can continue the same plan. Got you, Abrar?
We need to get French fries, chicken.
So
So,
any question?
Doctor, we
Yeah.
can conclude the session because I think you have another session at 11.
Yeah.
And you can leave your number, and I have dropped the link in the group as well to book a call.
Ma'am,
So
where
any
should I
closing
in the
remarks?
chat? Should I leave the number in the chat, ma'am?
Yeah, you can put it in the WhatsApp group, your number,
Okay.
phone number, so that
Yeah.
people can call you directly. I have
Okay.
dropped your link as well, clarity call booking link, and
Got it.
I think you can close the session. You can thank.
Okay. So it's a 10:59. So I want to appreciate and acknowledge all the members who made your time today and joining the session and contributing for the feedback for me. It's a very valuable. So try to improve and adopt. And so thank you for the session. Thank you for attending and making it successful. Thank you, everyone. So I'll close the session now. So we'll set up a discovery call and then we can discover furthermore. Thank you.
Yeah, the session is complete, and you guys can leave your numbers if you want, and you can with the group will be open for communication with Dr. Mahesh. Thank you so much.